Hello, and welcome back and welcome home. My name is Jay. Today's video is going to be on our daily bread. I am really running behind. In actuality, it is okay because it's Monday and we are allowed to do that on Mondays. We're allowed. I think Mondays are allowed to be just a little behind, just a little bit. It is, I'm trying to, you see me squinting? The reason why I take these off because of the glare. The 15th of July. I had to run some errands this morning. Yeah, and I'm happy that it went well. Better than I thought. So it's okay. I've not even opened this up. I need to breathe. Today outside, to be honest with you, it's about 102 degrees. 102, and it's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I am at the point of the house is shut down. I got the house shut down, meaning the curtains, the blinds shut down, the fans going in the air. I don't want to use the AC as, how do I put it? I don't want to overwork the AC. I'm trying to get it as much as I can do, as in cooling down the house, because of all of my furry babies. You know, they're out there for only a limited of time. I only allow a limited time because the cement, and there's cover over there, don't get me wrong, and there's grass, but it could hurt their paws, and I don't want them to ever get hurt. So with it being Monday, July 15th, 2015, I have not even read this, and that's okay. That's all right. We're going to do this. Okay. What I'm doing is making sure I have no furry babies. I have one. I'm just gonna move it up just a tad. There we go, baby girl. Thank you. Alrighty, the title of today's video is like, girl, you should have been prepared. It's okay. You know why? That gave you time to get something to drink. That gave you time to get maybe a hot tea or a coffee or a water, you know? It's alright. Now we can do this. Okay. The title of this reading today is Out of the Trap. The Venus flytrap was first discovered in a small area of a sandy wetlands not far from our home in North Carolina. These plants are fascinating to watch because they're carnivores. Venice. These Venus flytraps release a sweet smelly nectar into the colorful traps that resembles open flowers. When an insect crawls inside, triggering the sensors along the outer rim, the trap snaps shut in less than a second, capturing its victim. The trap then closes further to emit enzymes and consume its prey over time, giving the plant nutrition not provided by the sandy soil. God's words tell another trap that can capture unexpectedly. The Apostle Paul warned his protege, Timothy, those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap, and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and desperation. And some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. Money and material things may promise happiness, but they take first place in our lives. We walk on the dangerous grounds. We avoid this trap by living with thankful, humble hearts. Focus on God's goodness to us through Jesus. Godliness is contentment is great gain. The temporary things of this world never satisfy like God's can. True, lasting contentment is found only through the relationship through Him. In today's reading, it was taken out of 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 6 through 10. I have learned the secret of being content. The first question, which do you think more about, money or your relationship with God? And number 2, how can you give him the highest priority today? I'm going to be really honest with every one of you. I've never lived a lavish life. Never. I think 2018 was the first year that I've ever driven a brand new car. Ever. I've never bought an expensive purse that maybe cost more than $20. I feel guilty. And the reason why I feel guilty is I know what it feels like to be rock bottom. I know what it feels like. It's very humbling. I'll share a story with you. It's just so ironic. First, I'm going to share with you. Going through the divorce, I wasn't prepared. And being depressed and overcoming a lot of challenges and trying to climb back up that mountain was hard. There was a time where I had to get assistance from the state to eat. And before I did that, I remember that Thanksgiving prior, and I had a bean burrito, a 99-cent bean burrito for Thanksgiving, and it was a very humbling time in my life. I was very grateful just to have the bean burrito, the tortilla with refried beans, and I felt full. Because I knew, me coming back from Omaha, there were going to be rewards, meaning the relationship was growing stronger with the Lord. And to understand, to respect and be thankful of what you do have. Full circle today. We live in a community here in El Paso where we're right on the border, and you see so much. So much. And for almost 1 million people, it's a very giving community. Very giving. God has given me the privilege to have moved me here, to understand, to give more. And Ray and I always had done things like for the holidays, you know, like last year he was deployed, and I had given things to the police department and to the fire department. And then the years before that, you know, we had another thing that we had done with the children in war, as you know, I think it was 2 years ago, I made scarves for them. Every year there's always something that we do for the community. And this started when we lived in Wichita. We had belonged to a church. I think it was called Central Community. I don't want to say the church wrong. Pastor Bob, he is an amazing man there in Wichita. I loved it. It is a big church, but it's a small community, meaning he knows who you are. He's in tune to his members. So we always, got food for the people for Thanksgiving, and we got school supplies and stuff like that. Well, here we have found another home, another church, and it's been very uplifting, and it's helped tremendously, and I'm so grateful for that. Just recently I said into a different video that they were asking for donations for children's shoes, the immigrants that are coming over, and some of them are not even wearing shoes. These are children. These are children. Put your feelings aside. Put away your opinions. Think about what Christ had done. He sat with the sick people. He sat down with the children. He helped. So Ray and I went and we got some shoes for these kids and donated them. So then another situation with these children. I mean, you've got 1 million people here in El Paso, and you have a wide range in any community. It's just not here. In any community out there, you have children who has families who cannot afford school supplies. Today, teachers have to pay out of their own pocket and pay for school supplies for kids whose parents are unable to send them to school and receive. It's a vicious situation, and education is something that we should never ever take away from children. They're our future leaders. So Ray and I had gone to Walmart yesterday, in fact Sunday, and we bought school supplies for a boy and a girl. And it was very humbling. It was so sweet because when I was going through this, I have not bought school supplies because my kids are grown. And I had just mentioned to him not very long ago, I am so happy I don't have to deal with that. Don't say something like that, girl, because you're going to be doing it. So thank God I knew what to do and how to go around those aisles and get what I'm needing to get. And there's a few things I couldn't find. And this young girl, I would say probably in her high school years, was helping her mother get supplies, and there was glue, and they have glue sticks now, and then they have, the bottle glue, and then they have, all kinds of glue, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness sakes, what, I don't want any of these kids to feel any less. I want them to be proud of what they're going to school with. So I had asked the young girl, I go, do you think the kids would be okay if we get this glue for them? And it was the squeeze bottle. And she goes, I would prefer the squeeze bottle because my stuff would stick better together. The glue sticks, the stuff doesn't stick very well. So I think the kids who get the bottle, they'll be much happier. I go, I'm doing it for a church, and the lady, her mother said, we're doing it for kids in Juarez. There's a lot of kids who come to El Paso and who don't have supplies. So it comes to a point where it was such a humbling experience. It was, and the poor girl goes, do you want me to help you? She could tell that my grays must have been popping. It's like, this poor woman needs some help. So I go, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. So what? We got done. We took care of everything, and we're loading up the car, and he got into the truck, and I'm slow, so I'm trying to get into the truck, and this young girl, mid-20s, with a boy, is knocking at Ray's door. His heart just stopped. And he goes, "Can I help you?" And I stood there, and I was watching my surroundings. And it's just, you just have to be cautious today. And doesn't mean that I was judging, it's just, you have to be cautious. And she goes, "Sir, I don't know if you can help me, but I didn't get paid today. My son had breakfast, but I don't have money to pay for a meal for him this afternoon." And he says, "I don't have no cash on me. Jay, do you have cash?" And I go, "You know what? Let's make it even better. Let's go to McDonald's and get him a Happy Meal so he has a toy. I think there's Toy Story." And his eyes lit up. Ray goes, "Yeah, that's a good idea. You go walk them in and I'll get finished, you know." I go, "Okay." So I walked the girl and the boy in to Walmart, and we're talking, and she explained to me what was happening. It sounded very, very, she wasn't lying to me. And we placed the order. It was one of those machines where you can place the order, and then it will tell you, you know, those screens you can order food off of today now, what you can do in, I think Taco Bell, and I think McDonald's has. I don't know if Burger King has them, I'm not sure. But she just wanted a Happy Meal, and she ordered nuggets, and she ordered apples, and she ordered juice, and I go, "What would you like?" And she goes, "I don't want anything, I'm okay." I go, "No, what would you like?" She goes, "I really don't want anything." I go, "I don't want you to feel guilty, but what can we do for you?" And she goes, "I just want my son taken care of." And I go, "Okay." And she goes, "It's just been tough going through a divorce and being a single, you know, raising my son, and I appreciate you doing this for me, and God's with you." And I go, "He's with us all. He's with us all." And so I handed her the receipt, and I said, "You know, I only wish you the best, and I'll be praying for you and your little one." And the young boy was so sweet, so sweet. And he goes, "I thank you, Mom. She's the nice one." And she said, "God bless you." $4.10 was priceless. She could have gotten a big fat meal with a big giant extra large soda, and I would have been okay with that, but she thought of her son. And I went back to the vehicle, and Ray goes, I just feel bad." I go, "Don't feel bad." He goes, I don't, we couldn't help." I go, "We did help. She came to your door, we helped." And it's almost like a situation where you read the stories in the Bible, but the first thing was Mary came to my mind. Can you imagine being pregnant and being judged because you're not married, and how did she get pregnant? And we're not here to judge. We shouldn't ever judge. Ever. So I never have had this situation of thinking about money, because I've always been very cautious, and I always like buying things inexpensively to get the best deal. That's me. I love getting the best deal. And I know some have some very mixed feelings about what's happening in the world today, especially in the United States. And all I ask from you is to pray on it. I can't change your opinion. Only you can change that with faith with God. I can't say you're wrong or you're right. I just really want you to think back and put yourself in that girl's shoes. I was in her shoes at one time. I never went up to a door and asked money from somebody, but I did. I was rock bottom. It was tough. And I guess that's why God had me go through the journey, the chapters of my book, what I did, so I can acknowledge the sympathy and the compassion and the understanding and be a servant. And number 2, how can you give him the highest priority today? You know what? It's God. It's not me. It's God. Same day at Walmart yesterday, I ran into a lady that we go to church with, and we were talking while our husbands were talking, and she's going through some hard times, you know. Us women, or men, don't get me wrong, you know, we have things on our mind and our chest, and we just need to vent, and you know, we vent to our spouse, and it's like they're not listening. They're not. And I looked at her and I stated some things. She goes, "How did you know that? How did you know that? That's exactly how I'm feeling." And I'm thinking, it's not me, it's God. Give him credit. He's going to give you the wisdom. He's going to give you the words. He's going to allow you to see things that others don't see. It's a gift. And I am very humbled and grateful in honor of him. So I don't take anything for granted at all. And this gives you an idea before I say the prayer. If you have followed me on Facebook, I had put on Facebook yesterday, before we went to Walmart. It's so funny. I don't know why Ray doesn't usually, we haven't, you know, I'm usually the one going. I goes, let's just go. So we're walking around, and then we're in the back where the furniture's at, and I saw this dresser, and this dresser reminded me so much of one I had before the ugly time. And that individual destroyed it. It was my favorite dresser. It was green, and I had it always decorated for the holidays and things like that. It's just material. It's just a material item, but it was a memory. And walking through, and I see this dresser, and it's pretty bang up. It's missing a couple of knobs on it, and the drawers are all, you know, they're still secure. It's about 50s, in the years of 50s, and the front parts, some of the wood's coming off, you know. And I looked at it, I go, my God, it just Ray doesn't know about a lot of my past. And I flashed back, and I thought, oh my gosh. And I looked at it, and it was 99 cents. I'm thinking, I've not touched this. I've not, what? 99 cents? And Ray came over, and he goes, what are you looking at? I go, I want this. I want this. I need this. It's 99 cents. So $1.07, $1.08. And he goes, we have the car. I go, I will stay with this piece of furniture, and so you go get the truck and you come back and we'll get this. And he goes, do you have $1.07 on you? I go, I can round up my change. So, and he goes, okay. Well, the lady came by and she goes, 99 cents. I go, I did not touch the sticker. You can check the cameras. It was 99 cents, you know. And so they took it up front, and Ray had already left to go get the truck, and she goes, well, just to let you know, it's 25 cents. I go, plus tax. What? 75 cents? And she goes, no, your total that you owe today is 75 cents. I go, how can that be? And she goes, well, you got 30% off of the 99 cents. Wow. It's a family day. And I almost broke down crying. So Ray came with the truck and the dolly and he loaded it up and he goes, I don't understand. I go, this is a replacement of something that's been destroyed. That means so much to me. It's a material item. I understand that. It's not a superficial thing. It's just something that reminds me of myself. Little beaten up, missing a little bit of handles, a lot of gray, but it's very useful. You can still use it for 75 cents. God works in mysterious ways. He really does. And I had a lot of visitors yesterday, if that means anything. I had a lot of visitors today. Hebrews 13, verse 2. In today's prayer, loving Lord, you are the greatest blessing of my life. Help me to live contentedly with all that you are today. Amen. I hope you... My battery just went boop. Thank you for your patience. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come back tomorrow. And I love you. I really, really do. And be good to yourself. Don't get sucked into that plant or that situation. Be aware. Out of the trap. Don't be controlled by material items. Oh, the dresser was 75 cents. Just teasing. Humble yourself. Be grateful. Thank Him every single day. We are blessed. Amen. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I'm hoping this doesn't fall. I just got done watching everything I just did on today's Our Daily Bread. And I forgot to say my last saying, and I can't believe I forgot that. Be good to yourself, be good to others, for we do not know what part of their journey they're on. And have an amazing day. Until next time, we'll see you and welcome home. Love you guys. Bye.